Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The heat is on.
Yes, it is dangerously high temperature set to bake much of the country. It is July 14th. This is today. Summer scorcher, a record-breaking heat dome now expanding. 120 million waking up to alerts from out west all the way to New England, with some spots bracing for triple digits. Al's got your full forecast. Breaking overnight. The U.S. and Iran exchange yet another wave of attacks, escalating the battle for the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump reinstating a U.S. naval blockade and now vowing to control that crucial waterway. Oil prices skyrocketing on the news. We're live in the region. Unanswered questions. FBI investigators visiting the home of Senator Lindsey Graham as new details emerge about his final hours. Graham's sister now tapped to finish his term.
Lindsey has always been there for me, and now I will be there for him.
While plans are set to honor the longtime senator's life on Capitol Hill, we'll have the details. Growing fallout, rallies and vigils held in Maine after a man is fatally shot by ICE agents, the second deadly shooting involving ICE in less than a week.
Yes, I know.
Straight ahead, what we're learning about the 26-year-old who was killed and what video of that incident is revealing. Speaking out, we're hearing from the tourist who survived this terrifying bison attack in Yellowstone. Just ahead, what the 65-year-old is revealing about the start of that encounter, what he did to save his grandson, and why he believes it could have been much worse. Those stories, plus inside the Odyssey.
Help me go home.
Matt Damon live in Studio 1A on the film everyone's talking about. What he's calling the most demanding role of his Oscar-winning career.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today on this Tuesday. So glad you've decided to start it with us. So glad that Savannah's back in Studio 1A. Had some much-deserved time off.
Yes, I was watching all those World Cup matches.
Were you?
Yes, so I watched quite a few of them, and you should know the France and Spain semifinal is today.
You're right. You're right. Semifinals today and tomorrow. Then the winners will come here for that championship at MetLife. And oh, by the way, not just soccer, baseball too. Had the big home run derby last night.
That's right.
So we'll have all your sports highlights coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, but first take a look at some dangerously high temps for a huge part of the country today out west, all the way through New England. Some 120 million under heat alerts with expected highs 10 to 20 degrees above average.
And to go with that heat, some parts of the Northeast are at risk for severe storms, even as the major cleanup continues from weekend flooding along the East Coast. Let's get right to Al on this Tuesday morning. Mr. Roker, good morning.
Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. We've also got to worry about dangerous flooding down through Texas. But let's start with this heat. Almost 20 states under heat advisories, watches or warnings from California all the way to New England today. We've got this big heat dome right now. Again, we've been talking about this for the last several weeks. Well, look at these heat indexes. It's going to feel like 106 in Salt Lake. Minneapolis into the mid to upper 90s with a heat index of 100. Charleston, it's going to feel like 92, 97 here in New York City. And then we move into tomorrow. Look at this heat index of 85 in Burlington. Air temperature of 92 in Cleveland. Feels like 97. Chicago, you're going to flirt with 100-degree air temperatures, and over the next several days into the late week, upper 90s or upper 80s, low 90s into New York, low to mid 90s, Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis, and Nashville. And then the flooding down into the south, Gulf Coast into Texas. This stalled front is going to be enhanced by this big area of high pressure pumping up all this moisture. And so we've got this area called the Edwards Plateau, where we are going to be looking at this uprise of moist air coming in, colliding with this front, 2 to 4 inches of rain per hour through tomorrow. Very slow moving fronts, multiple rains of, we're talking torrential rainfall over the same location, slowly moving east during the week. But look at this area here from Del Rio, Sonora, San Antonio, Austin later in the week. We could be looking at rainfall amounts of 10 to 15 inches of rain, over a foot of rain, probably a year's worth of rain in at least the next 48 to 72 hours. So this is a dangerous situation, guys, that we are going to be talking about going into the end of this week.
All right, Al, thank you. We'll check back. There is more breaking news overnight. The U.S. military carrying out a third straight round of attacks against Iran. A new power struggle for control of the Strait of Hormuz now underway. It's led to a major spike in oil prices. NBC's chief international correspondent Keir Simmons joins us from the region. Keir, good morning.
Savannah, good morning to you, and a lot of news from here. Just this morning, we're hearing from inside Iran reports of more explosions and strikes. And now it is again almost impossible to take a ship from here through the Strait of Hormuz, as U.S. Central Command says it will impose that naval blockade again from 4 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, the UAE accusing Iran of a brazen attack on 2 supertankers, killing 1 crew member. This morning, the U.S. escalating its attacks with a third night of punishing airstrikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command saying the 5-hour mission struck military targets, including coastal defense systems and missile and drone sites. Also hit Bandar Abbas, Iran's key port in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump reimposing a naval blockade in the vital waterway, declaring America will not only control it, but will also charge a 20% fee for all cargo that passes through it.
I want to be reimbursed because we're protecting a very rich portion of the world.
But such charges are illegal, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said earlier this year when Iran proposed doing the same thing.
No country is allowed to charge tolls or fees on an international waterway.
Oil prices spiked after President Trump announced the blockade, marking the largest single-day jump in 6 years. It's also prompting concerns at the pump, with gas prices expected to increase. Iran's foreign minister declaring on social media that his country is the guardian of the strait and will remain so forever. This morning, few ships are openly using the strait. The numbers attempting to pass collapsing, according to ship tracking sites. Iran's hardline Revolutionary Guard promising an energy crisis. President Trump upping his own rhetoric last night.
They're wired differently, and we're not going to put up with it. We are just going forward. We're attacking them tonight.
It comes as U.S. embassies across the Gulf region issued security alerts. And Iran saying it targeted American military assets in Jordan and Bahrain. And Savannah, there is another potential flashpoint near another crucial shipping lane. Tensions escalating between the Houthis and Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, President Trump has now formally notified Congress that the conflict with Iran has restarted. The Trump administration views that as opening another 60-day window for military action. Savannah?
All right, Keir, thank you very much.
Back here, we turn now to the latest on the death of Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. New details are now emerging about his final hours. We're also learning who's been appointed to serve out the final months of Graham's term. NBC's Ryan Nobles joins us from Washington. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, Greg, good morning. Senator Graham's Senate seat will stay in the family as his younger sister, backed by President Trump's blessing, is set to take his place later today. All this as FBI agents visited Graham's home, and new information about what happened there Saturday night has emerged. New details this morning about the final moments of Senator Lindsey Graham's life and what may have been his final phone call. Senator Tommy Tuberville revealing that it was his former scheduler who received that call from Graham.
Called basically, said, listen, I'm having chest pains. I need to do something. Did you call 911? And he goes, no, that's the reason I called you. And so she called 911.
The scheduler, who was currently working for Graham, called 911. By the time she got to his house, paramedics had already arrived, but they were too late. Now the investigation into his death is ramping up. More than a dozen FBI agents spent 2 hours at Graham's D.C. home. 2 law enforcement sources familiar with the scene tell NBC News that FBI agents were there out of an abundance of caution, and that there was no evidence to suggest foul play was involved in his death. Later today, Graham's sister, Darlene Graham Nardone, will take the oath of office to fill out her brother's term set to end in January, appointed by South Carolina's governor with President Trump's endorsement.
This is what Lindsay would have wanted.
Graham and his younger sister have always had a close relationship. He legally adopted her when she was 13 years old, after both their parents passed away.
Lindsay has always been there for me, and now I will be there for him.
She has never held elected office and is not expected to run for the seat in the fall. Instead, a wide group of Republicans are considering a run in the snap primary this August. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, Graham's desk in the chamber adorned with white roses. A makeshift memorial has appeared in front of his Capitol Hill office, and Graham's colleagues, both Republican and Democrat, are trying to come to grips with his shocking loss.
And we had a good working relationship between us. No cheap shots, no stabs in the back.
I will miss Lindsay's friendship, Mr. President, more than I can say. We will laugh together again. Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Senator John Thune there getting choked up. Ryan, what's the latest on funeral arrangements for Senator Graham?
Well, Greg, Senator Thune says that he's already spoken with Graham's sister and the governor of South Carolina about services. He's also indicated that there are discussions on whether the senator will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol, but these are still in the early stages of planning. Craig?
All right. Ryan Nobles for us there in Washington. Ryan, thank you.
The president has announced plans to deliver a rare primetime speech to the nation on Thursday night. And this morning, we've learned more about what he is planning to address. NBC senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez with the details now. Gabe, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. The president did not specify what he'd be talking about during the speech, scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. And while it comes amid those escalating tensions with Iran, MS Now reports, citing two White House officials, the president is expected to address newly declassified intelligence, which the administration claims reveals plans by foreign nations to interfere in the 2020 election. Three people familiar with the effort tell NBC News that a White House task force had been gathering thousands of pages of documents from U.S. intelligence and law enforcement agencies, including information related to the 2020 election, signs of ballot irregularities, and potential voting machine issues. After that election, President Trump and his allies filed multiple lawsuits, but they were overturned in large part over a lack of evidence. Elections experts and government officials, including members of President Trump's cabinet during his first term, have said there was no widespread voter fraud. Still, President Trump has continued to falsely claim the 2020 election was stolen, and he named a longtime supporter, Bill Pulte, to temporarily lead the intelligence agencies. Overnight, Democrats, including Senator John Ossoff of Georgia, argued the president is focusing on, quote, debunked election conspiracy theories and new lies to deny his 2020 defeat and attack voting rights. The midterm elections are less than 4 months away, Savannah.
All right, Gabe, thank you very much.
To Maine we go now, and the growing demand for answers after a fatal ICE-involved shooting. Part of that incident caught on video. And this morning, we're learning more about the 26-year-old who was killed. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin here in the studio with the latest on this one for us. Aaron, good morning.
Craig, good morning. According to an ICE spokesperson, the shooting happened when agents tried to conduct a traffic stop. They say the vehicle tried to get away. That's when ICE agents opened fire, quote, fearing for public safety. It's the second fatal shooting involving ICE agents in the past week. We want to warn you, some of the video we're going to show you may be disturbing.
ICE murdered a human being!
This morning, there's growing outrage in Maine following the fatal shooting of a man by an ICE agent. In this video, you can see a white vehicle driving in a circle as an agent grabs at the door. It's unclear if this was before or after the shooting. This clip shows what appears to be federal agents pulling the limp body of a man from the vehicle and cuffing his hands behind his back. The sounds of shots fired captured on a nearby doorbell camera. According to an ICE spokesperson, the agency was conducting targeted surveillance on the last known address of an individual with a final order of removal. That statement goes on to say an individual who was not here legally departed the residence in a vehicle, which attempted to flee the scene, and fearing for public safety, an officer discharged his weapon, adding the driver of the vehicle was struck and passed away from his injuries. Senator Angus King telling CNN the statement does not tell the full story.
The person they were after was not the guy they ended up shooting. And then, as you say, the statement does not allege that the officer felt that he was in danger.
An immigrant rights organization tells NBC News the man killed was a 26-year-old from Colombia who was authorized to work in the U.S. and even had a social security number. They say his name is being withheld at the request of his family. Nelson Elias witnessed the aftermath of the shooting.
It was scary, and his wife was crying and saying like, "Oh my God."
Now protesters are taking to the streets of Maine, just days after another fatal ICE shooting in Houston. In that case, DHS says the man weaponized a van against agents. But some Texas officials are questioning that narrative. In both cases, ICE agents were not wearing body cameras.
DHS said its Office of Inspector General will lead the investigation. Earlier yesterday, Maine's Attorney General also said it's actively investigating, adding the federal agent will be placed on leave, as is standard protocol in police-involved shootings.
Okay, Aaron, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Also this morning, a fire is raging in the historic Fontainebleau forest south of Paris and is prompting evacuations, disrupting highway traffic, too. French President Emmanuel Macron said all necessary means are being deployed to fight that fire. Government officials say an investigation is now underway. Arson may be to blame. It is just one of several wildfires in Western Europe as that region is baking under its third red alert heat wave this year. That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
the
it
heat
does.
wave.
Mr. Roker back with the rest of that forecast.
That's right. Heat on both sides of the Atlantic. Again, good morning. We're looking at a few showers through parts of southern Nevada, also into the southwest as monsoonal moisture starts to increase. Rain and flooding will continue down through Texas. More records in the plains. Severe storms in northern New England. We're going to take a look at that coming up in the next half hour. But we're going to get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
All right, let's start this half hour with that terrifying Yellowstone attack that we showed you yesterday.
Yeah, the tourist who was tossed in the air by that massive bison is now recovering from a serious injury. He's also speaking out about the encounter for the very first time.
NBC's Camila Bernal joins us with what he is saying about that. Camila, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. So the 65-year-old man says this attack could have been so much worse. He now says he's so grateful for the people that helped him on the day of the incident, and it says he's working towards recovery.
Look out, bison! Look out! For the first time overnight, Carl McDaniel is opening up about his now viral face-to-face encounter with a raging bison last Friday at Montana's Yellowstone National Park. The 65-year-old grandfather now recovering from a broken femur after the massive animal chased him around a camp before tossing him high into the air. McDaniel telling CNN, "We were about 100 yards away, and the bison was not aggressive, so they snapped a few photos and continued walking." Photographer Mike McLeod filmed the wild encounter.
They were doing everything right. They were respectful, and once the bison showed any agitation, they left, and they were just at the wrong time in the wrong place.
McDaniel says around that time, a truck drove by, and the driver honked his horn in what he believes was an apparent attempt to get the bison to move. And it worked. The sound agitated the bison, and it began running toward them. McDaniel telling CNN, "There was not a lot of time, so I told my grandson to run in one direction, and I went the other to try and draw him away." After chasing the pair around a wooded area, the hulking animal eventually caught up to McDaniel and sent him flying. McDaniel says he was on the ground and unable to move when something remarkable happened. "He was right on top of me. He could have stomped on me. He could have gored me. He could have done almost anything to take my life, and he did not do so." That's when the photographer says he immediately stopped filming and ran to help, yelling at the bison along with other Good Samaritans to scare it off.
Because I could see that bison was standing over him and was pumping his head, very aggressive and agitated, and I knew that somebody had to distract that thing.
McDaniel, who had surgery on Sunday, says he's grateful for all the people who helped and thankful it was not much worse.
I mean, what a story. And so what does his recovery look like now, Camila?
Yeah, Savannah. So Carl McDaniel told CNN that he broke his femur in 4 places near his hip. He says he'll be doing physical therapy for the next few days to start walking, but he was thankfully able to stand yesterday. Savannah.
Wow. And good for the person shooting to put down that camera and help.
Exactly, no.
The right thing to do. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, still ahead. The new trailer that has fans of Tom Cruise, yes, that's actually him there, you can believe it, saying that this could finally be his first non-honorary Oscar win.
The king of hashtag PSSP is back.
Hey, let's get right into it, guys. Wait, what? Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
I guess king of something's got to be good. Tom Cruise gearing up for his next big screen role. Warner Brothers releasing the first trailer for Digger. In the sneak peek, the legendary actor has transformed into Digger Rockwell, described as the most powerful man in the world who's on a mission to save humanity before he destroys it.
You knew long before the rest of us. That is why it is your problem.
If we can't control the course of nature, at least we can control the narrative.
But it happened. Mother Nature, she loved to win.
You're gonna save the world.
Ah, fellas, Mother Nature wants to fight. Help me shape the story. They already know the story. They know the facts. The story has yet to be told.
I mean, if I saw that trailer, I would have no way of knowing Tom Cruise
I
was
was
in
like,
that
where's
movie.
Tom?
Yeah, I was like, where's
Tom
Tom in
Cruise?
that clip?
Yeah, you said Tom Cruise was
His performance is apparently incredible. Digger's going to be released in theaters and IMAX in October.
Remember when he played Les Grossman, the dancing agent in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't even recognize him.
All right. Looking forward to that. All right. Look who I see. JBH standing by.
Morning. Hi, guys. Okay, we are also talking about the World Cup and the very unusual souvenir that one superstar brought home from his time here in the States. But first, these messages.
We're back. Time for Jenna's Boost. Hi.
Yes, hi, guys. Okay, we are all in on the World Cup. Erling Haaland, the breakout star of the tournament, returned home to Norway yesterday. And did y'all catch the unusual souvenir he brought with him?
No.
It is a taxidermy raccoon.
Huh.
Wow. Do you see that little guy?
Got through customs.
Okay.
Can't miss it.
He was in Texas. Holland picked up that keepsake during his time in the States. Let's not talk about Texas like that, Craig. Wild Bill's Western store in Dallas is where he bought it. He's even crowdsourcing a name for that little guy on Instagram, okay? Here are the choices. Cowboy, which I had a cat named Cowboy, just so everybody knows. Ranger,
dead heat there.
Tex,
Yeah.
and Roe. That is raccoon on wheels and a nod to the now famed Viking Roe.
What about Stuffy?
Good one, that's why.
Smokey?
No, Stuffy.
Stuffy.
Not like Roe.
Okay, and by the way, Wild Bill said they've seen an influx of international orders since that post.
Is that right?
All right.
They got to run on raccoons.
Yes, and y'all, if it seems like Holland is taking over everywhere, well, he is. Just don't get him confused with another global A-lister, Tom Holland. Last night, Jimmy Fallon performed a little song for those who need some clarification.
Holland. One's an actor, one's a striker. Both are men, but one's a spider. He's in movies like a million. One looks like a die-hard villain. One is not a soccer player, but he's married to Zendaya. One's Norwegian, not Hungarian. Looks just like a Targaryen. Hollandaise, kicking balls and taking names. Holland on a roll. You learn the difference. Now that's the goal!
I mean,
Well, it does look like a Targaryen.
Well done.
it does.
Yes.
And by the way, I don't mind taxidermy. Do y'all?
No.
I'm not going to weigh in on that.
maybe the raccoon.
I don't
You don't
know.
have to.
Look who's here.
Oh.
It's just Matt Damon.
Good. We needed a conversation.
Yes, we did.
Taxidermy.
Matt Damon is here. How do you feel? Just kidding. He will take us inside the Odyssey in his own epic journey. But first, your local news.
It's 8 o'clock on today. Coming up, Summer Sizzler. A dangerous heat dome already breaking records with more than 120 million waking up to new alerts. Temperatures soaring into the triple digits in some areas. Al's got your full forecast. Then, major outbreak. Cases of a severe stomach bug surging across the U.S. Just ahead, new details on the potential source, where it's hitting hardest, and how you can keep safe. Then, epic journey.
I think his king is coming back.
Matt Damon, live here in Studio 1A to talk about his most challenging role yet. Coming up, the Oscar winner takes us inside the Odyssey. All that, plus fans are still choosing Texas.
She's from Texas, I can tell by the way.
What is a major milestone?
So for what it's worth,
thank you very much from a very humble guy on Jeopardy.
And a new game show, Passes Go.
To make it big, you've got to play the game.
It's all ahead today, Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
It's my 11th birthday.
Hello to our friends and family in Monroe City, Missouri, all the way from New York City.
First time in New York City from Spooner, Wisconsin. Visiting today from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Anamosa, Iowa.
Whittier, California.
Albany, Georgia.
And Charleston, South Carolina.
Got good times on the horizon.
Besties trip from Chicago, Illinois.
Celebrating our 43rd anniversary.
At the Today Show.
Happy anniversary. Happy all the things, folks. Look at that. We've got a girls' trip out there, SG. We got some birthdays. And we've got you. Thank you so much for starting your Tuesday morning with us. Gonna get outside and hang out with those folks in just a bit.
Yeah, gonna be a hot one today, too. We will check in with Al in a little bit. Quick note, though, before the news, Love Island USA fans, get excited. We've got a big exclusive coming your way tomorrow, fresh off their Season 8 win. Yes, it's Trinity and Bryce. They will join us live, their first interview since the season finale.
Everyone has been talking about this show for the last few weeks.
Remember when we had Amaya Papaya?
I do.
And what was his name?
I forget his name.
I can't. Brian.
Now I feel bad.
Greg.
Yeah.
Whatever. But they're not still together.
No, but these two are going to make it.
They are.
They're going to
we'll
make
see them tomorrow.
They're going to be happily ever after.
Yes.
We'll talk about it all tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's so awkward now. It's a busy,
sorry, my fault.
It's a busy Tuesday morning. Let's get right to your news at 8 o'clock. We're going to begin with those dangerously high temperatures baking a large swath of the country. We're talking about 120 million people who are waking up to alerts from the West Coast all the way to New England, with some areas bracing for triple digits. And that's not all. Some parts of the Northeast also at risk for severe storms. Let's go back to Mr. Roker now. He's got the very latest on the forecast.
I was just looking up. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to find the guy's name. I'll get back to you.
And we're going to do that after weather.
Breaking Love Island news. All right, let's show you what we got going on today. We are talking about nearly 20 states, folks, under heat advisories, watches, warnings. 120 million of us dealing with this huge heat dome right now, and that's going to be the problem and the story over the next several days. From Salt Lake City, Sault Ste. Marie, Chicago, New York City, all with heat indexes 95 to 102 or 3 degrees. More record high air temperatures likely tomorrow from New York City, Cleveland, Chicago, Rapid City down to Lexington and Richmond as well. And over the next few days going into the weekend, we're not going to see much of a break. New York City in the 90s, triple digits for Washington, D.C., 90s for St. Louis, Chicago, Cincinnati, and Nashville. Plus severe weather, talking about strong storms stretching throughout much of southern Texas into Louisiana. 6 million people under flash flood watches and warnings even as we speak. We do have a risk. In fact, we've got a moderate risk of flash flooding from San Antonio, Del Rio, Ozona. Hourly rainfall rates 2 to 4 inches per hour. We're talking some places over the next several days. We lost our data there, but 2 to 6 inches possible. Some places 10 to 15 inches of rain. We're talking over a foot of rain over the next several days, Guy.
Wow. All right. Scary. Thank you, Al. We'll go to Italy now, where a group of military cadets jumped into action after a car plunged into the sea and the driver was stuck inside. The Italian cadets worked together to pull the driver from the vehicle just in time before it sank. The man was brought to safety and treated by those first responders.
Cases of a severe stomach bug are surging across the country right now, making thousands of Americans sick, even sending some to the hospital. NBC's medical contributor, Dr. John Torres, joins us now for a little bit more on how you can keep yourself and your family safe this summer. First of all, Dr. John, what do we know about the outbreak so far?
And good morning. And this is one of those things that we typically see in the summer. It's called cyclospora, is the microscopic parasite that causes cyclosporiasis, which is the illness. Now, if you've ever had stomach flu, if you've ever had food poisoning, this is exactly what we're talking about. But people describe it as being even worse than that. And right now, we know there's over 4,000 cases across the country. More than half the states have had these cases. And Michigan at this point has the highest number of cases. And they just came out with information saying that that right now they have identified lettuce or salad greens as a potential source for the cases here, but they have not been able to ID any sellers that might be selling this, the sources behind it, and they have not been able to rule out other foods. And so that means we need to be extra careful with this, because right now these cases are simply exploding across the country, guys.
Well, and let's talk about some of the symptoms and how you treat them.
So the symptoms, again, if you've ever had stomach flu, if you've ever had food poisoning, the symptoms are like that, but people are describing it as even worse than that. And essentially, it's stomach aches, it's diarrhea. They describe it as explosive diarrhea. It can start getting nausea, you can start getting vomiting, loss of appetite. And so those are the symptoms that people start getting. You can get them up to 2 weeks after eating this. So it has a longer incubation period than most food poisoning type situations. And so, again, you want to be careful, and that's the biggest thing you can do right now.
Dr. John, how can families protect themselves? What can we do?
So the main thing to remember is that this is spread. It's a waterborne microscopic parasite, and if the water gets into the food source, then it's spread that way. And right now, from past historical events, we've been able to know that it's either in bagged lettuce, it's either in herbs, snow peas, these types of green onions, raspberries, these types of fruits and vegetables. And so you want to protect yourself. So one of the best things you can do is wash your produce. Now, that's not going to completely protect you, but it's certainly going to minimize the amount of parasites that might be in there. Buy whole lettuce instead of bagged lettuce, and remove the outer layers of the lettuce, and then thoroughly wash the inside layers themselves. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that you cook the food if you can, because cooking is going to make it the safest. But if you start getting symptoms, most likely you can treat this at home and it'll go away on its own. But if it needs more treatment, then we can certainly use antibiotics. We can use some anti-diarrheal medication to try and help you out with this. But the biggest thing is to make sure you stay safe. And like I said, Michigan has identified one potential source of this. They have yet to identify the seller or any other sources behind this.
Yeah, the whole thing just sounds terrible. So thank you, Dr. John.
Good thing all my kids eat is chicken nuggets and fries.
Yours and mine both. Yours and mine both.
Suddenly it sounds pretty good.
If you want to find out a little bit more about the outbreak, though, you can go to the website today.com.
If you are feeling lucky, we've got some good news for you. The Mega Millions jackpot on the rise, now standing at $637 million. This is the largest lottery prize so far this year.
Wow.
The last time somebody won Mega Millions was back in March, and the jackpot's been growing ever since. The next drawing is tonight. And by the way, the Powerball isn't far behind either. That jackpot stands at $498 million. And guess what, Craig?
Yeah.
It is Brian and Amaya Papaya.
I knew you were going to come back to it.
You know, the things that just lurk in our minds, waiting to come out.
So, Brian, we apologize that we didn't
but anyway,
remember you.
that's all to say.
Yes.
The next Love Island stars will be here tomorrow.
And we will remember their names next year this time.
We'll try. Carson, what's up?
All right, guys, coming up on Pop Star, get ready to run from Freddy Krueger all over again. That's right, a new Nightmare on Elm Street is in the works. We'll tell you what we know about it coming up.
All right, I'll see your Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'll raise you an Odyssey. There he is. The Oscar winner himself is in the house, the star of the Odyssey, Mr. Matt Damon. We're going to talk about the real-life Odyssey that it took to pull this film off. We'll do that right after this. We're back 8:13 now with one of Hollywood's biggest stars, Matt Damon, from the Bourne franchise to The Martian and a whole lot more. He's no stranger to demanding roles, but his newest film, The Odyssey, it goes beyond. Matt embodies Odysseus, the legendary king of Ithaca, as he embarks on this epic journey home, no matter the challenges in his path.
You gods don't speak in ways we understand.
Who doesn't understand pain? Or blood? The gods told you.
Then I defy the gods.
Welcome back, sir. I said to you a few minutes ago, you were here a few months ago with Ben, and I was like, what are you working on next? You're like, oh, the Odyssey, you know. You really downplayed it. I mean, you really, like, I go in and I watch it last week. I'm like, oh, my God, Matt Damon. Like, it's like 3 hours of you getting your butt kicked.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I figured you'd see it eventually. So, there, I mean, what am I going to say? Like, it's coming out. So.
It is a cinematic masterpiece. Something did strike me after the fact, though. Interstellar, The Martian, Saving Private Ryan, now The Odyssey. Why are you always getting lost in films?
I don't know. Somebody else pointed that out to me. But I figure, like, those movies that you just mentioned are like, I'm as proud of those as anything, you know. So I'm happy if they keep losing me, if that's the outcome.
But of the aforementioned, where would you rank this one in terms of the challenge to pull it off?
Oh, this is the hardest by far
you've ever done.
Ever. Nothing comes close. It was because Chris does everything in camera. It's all practical, and we shot all on IMAX, which had never been done before. So the effort that it took from thousands of people, and I mean the crew. I've never seen a group more asked of a crew. And more inspiration drawn from one another, watching each other. You know, everyone was very experienced on this movie, so we could look over at other departments and go, man, I've never seen that department do that before. And that was just kind of across the board. So the feeling it built was this incredible kind of team ethos that really carried through the entire production. It was an amazing experience.
When I was watching, I thought, gosh, I mean, surely he had to use a stunt double for some of this. But no.
Chris doesn't like that.
So you learn how to use the bow and arrow?
Yeah. That he wanted, Odysseus is an archer, and he wanted me to be able to speed load a bow, which is very hard. It's hard to get the arrow knocked on the string. So I just sat in my apartment with a bow and arrow for months, and just whenever I was sitting around, if we were watching something with the kids, I just practiced speed loading thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And it's like a little detail, but it's funny, this, being an actor, that you get tasked with doing kind of weird stuff sometimes. And so you have these these skills that really don't apply anywhere else and never will, but they work for that one role.
But if you need to go out hunting at some point now, you're set.
Well, I'm in my apartment, so I never pulled the.
Fair point. Fair point.
I can't hit anything.
No real world applications. fair point.
I'll get the arrow knocked, but that's not the hard part.
It's the third time, if my math is right, that you've worked with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Is it at a point now where if he just calls, then you're like, yeah, okay, I'm in?
Yeah, but I mean, by saying that distinguishes me from absolutely zero actors on the planet. Everybody would just say yes at this point to him.
It's fascinating because when you're watching when you folks go and see this film in the theater, I'm not sure they're going to fully understand exactly what it took to pull off this feat. 6 continents, right?
Yeah. Six countries.
6 countries.
Yeah. I mean, we were Morocco, Greece, Italy, Iceland, Scotland, and then we did stage work in Hollywood.
And at one point in the film, not to give away too much, I mean, you go to the underworld, you're battling gods and monsters, but of course you orchestrate the actual sacking of Troy. Was there a point in the film you're like, what the heck am I doing?
No, there was a point in when we were shooting Troy, and because Chris does everything in camera, if you see 1,000 people in a battle, there are 1,000 people there. There's no computer.
No CGI.
There's no CGI, and so we were shooting this scene, and there's literally 1,200 people, and a guy runs by me. He's on fire, and Hoyta's behind me with the camera, our cinematographer. He's got the IMAX handheld over on his shoulder, and Odysseus is taking this all in, and he's following me as Odysseus is seeing all this stuff, and a building's on fire. It comes crashing down, and then we hear cut, and everything stops, and Hoyta puts the camera down, and he turns to me and he goes, this is a flashback. And I was like, yeah, this is a big movie. If this is a flashback.
With 1,000 people. Yeah. Charlize Theron was here yesterday. She was sitting in that same spot. And Legend of Bagger Vance, one of my favorites of all times. It's been almost 30 years since the two of you worked together. Yeah. She said something very nice about you, and I wanted you to hear it. This is what she said about her friend Matt Damon yesterday.
We did the first take, and I just went, oh my God, we did this when we were babies. It's rare that you get to do something like that, to experience the same experience like 30 years later, and with someone as great and as wonderful. He's just good people.
All of her scenes in the film are with you.
Thank God for me. No, she's just amazing, and obviously one of the best actresses on the planet, but one of the best people. She's a formidable woman. Yeah, having 4 daughters, she's a great role model.
Speaking of your 4 daughters, it was great to see you guys on the red carpet at, I think it was the overseas premiere. And you've been here over the years talking about various films and projects. I do get the sense from you, though, that this one is special. Is more special, perhaps, to a certain extent.
It just took more, and it took more out of our family, and they had to, we've always had a 2-week rule. This was the first time that we ever had to violate it. There was stretches of 3.5 weeks, and we were just away from each other. So it was a big sacrifice for them, and that was hard on us, and I'm so proud of the movie, but I'm so proud of them for really encouraging me. They knew what I feel like my whole professional life built up to this experience, and they were really on board with me doing it, and I love them for that.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for creating such a fantastic film. Well done.
Well, thank Chris.
No, Chris didn't learn how. He didn't learn how to actually pull it. We're going to talk more in the third hour. We actually may talk a little bit about World Cup soccer too.
Great. Yeah.
I hear you're a big Argentina fan.
We have opinions in my house.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that next hour. Well, also, some fellow cast members of the Odyssey will join as well. And oh, by the way, that film, it's from our sister company, Universal Pictures. It hits theaters on Friday. Al Roker saw it yesterday.
I did, and it's amazing. We'll talk about that coming up in the next hour. But in the meantime, heavy rain and flooding down through Texas, severe storms in northern New England, rare for this time of year. Very hot in the mid-Atlantic states with more records out through the plains. Sunshine up and down the West Coast, scattered showers through the Southwest. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Coming up today on Sirius XM Channel 108 at 1 p.m. live edition of Off the Rails. But right now, best time of the morning, Pop Star.
We're going to power through Pop Star today, guys. We got lots of great stuff. We'll start with Ella Langley and Why Wait Another Second. Let's just play the song.
It doesn't take a crystal ball to see. A cowboy always finds a way to leave. Drinking Jack all by myself. He's choosing Texas, I can tell.
Guys, Choosing Texas just hit a 13th week #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and now becomes one of only 5 songs by a woman to dominate for 13 weeks or more, and the only by a female country artist. And just a quick reminder for what it might need to take the ultimate title. Here are the longest running songs on the Billboard Hot 100. We've got the reigning champ, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I think Al's mic is open.
That was 22 weeks, #1, followed by a bar song, Shabuzi, Old Town Road, Last Night from Morgan Wallen, Despacito, and the other Mariah Carey hit once week. Ella is on her way to that.
Yeah.
Next up, Monopoly. It's time for a brush up on your property purchases.
How did I make it big? I know how to play the game. I buy real estate, hotels, fancy cars, even railroads. And I take chances. To make it big, you've got to play the game.
Well, if you ever dreamed about owning some real estate on Park Ave, listen up. The beloved board game now getting a reality show series order from Netflix. They announced yesterday they're bringing the world of Monopoly to the small screen. They're going to take 12 contestants. They'll be immersed in a life-size Monopoly town square where they're going to have a chance to earn money, buy property,
Actually sounds brilliant.
negotiate
It sounds
deals.
fun.
Yeah.
One
Do they
by
have to
one,
go to
they'll
jail?
go bankrupt. Players will be eliminated when they're bankrupt until one player's left standing, taking home the prize pot,
That's awesome.
$2 million on
My
the line.
husband should be a
If you
contestant.
think you have what it takes to build a boardwalk empire, applications are open.
That does sound
That's
like a lot of
amazing.
fun.
14-year-old.
It sounds like
Good
a
question, though. Do you go to jail? Do you like?
Yeah,
that's
do you
part of the game.
Yeah, you must.
The challenge with Monopoly in my house, it never ends.
No.
Yeah, it's
Like, we'll leave the board and come back. Like,
I know.
It doesn't end.
I've
It
never
doesn't
reached
end.
the end of Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever steal any of the money when you were a kid playing?
No.
Like a little? Yeah, I used to take a little bit. Next up, A Nightmare on Elm Street. As teased, get ready to hear this haunting song once again.
Oh, no.
Yes. Freddy Krueger returning for another movie with a new Nightmare on Elm Street. It's in the works. Paramount's closed a deal to adapt the '84 horror film with the rights from the original director Wes Craven's estate. We don't know anything about the plot yet, but it will be set in the same universe as the '80s movie. So we'll tell you more about that. Oh, you saw it in drive-in?
As a kid. We probably
Is it less scary?
My aunt probably shouldn't have taken us. We were in our pajamas.
Oh, she should
Put the
not
little
have.
thing
How little
inside
were you?
the door.
What? Cool.
Got the popcorn.
That's cool.
Wow.
Finally, Jeopardy,
Man,
the
the
game
80s.
show celebrating a beloved milestone for this iconic voice.
From the Alex Trebek stage at Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy!
Oh. Yeah, that's Johnny Gilbert, who lends his pipes to the game show, celebrated his 98th birthday yesterday. The official Jeopardy account posting these snaps on social, writing, "A very happy birthday to our legendary announcer. He's been with the show since its syndicated start in '84. He holds the Guinness World Record for the longest career as a game show announcer for the single show." So a big happy belated birthday to Johnny. And that's your Pop Star for today, guys.
All right, thank you, sir. Still had a must-see today's best ways during this sweltering stretch of summer. Vicky's going to share Consumer Reports' best advice for choosing the right AC unit for your home. We'll do that after a quick check of your local Texas weather and these messages.
This happens to be the official New York, New Jersey World Cup 26 and Telemundo fan village. And you are all here on the turf here, having a good time. Is this exciting or what? Guess what? There's a FIFA museum here. There's specialty food and drink. This guy's been doing the drinking over here. Right over here. He's got a nice body bag. It's also the perfect spot for a World Cup watch party. They got these huge screens over here. You got seating over there. The Channel Gardens have been transformed into the World Cup Champions Garden. It's open daily through Sunday night. You can, I believe you can also start kicking a ball into the goal. Here, why don't you come over here and kick the, you want to try kicking? Okay, don't pad your part. What's your name?
John.
John, okay. Give him a little into the net. Into the net. Yeah, okay. Into the net. Here you go. Okay, all right. Yeah! Goal! Guys, back to you.
He did all of that just so he could say go.
I was hoping he'd hold that note a little longer.
Thank you, Al.
He would have. He got
Just that, we're going to go back inside. Some timely help for the Heat.
Still doing it, do you hear him?
Vicky standing by with a little lesson on picking the best AC units that can keep you cool while keeping those utility bills in check as well. But first, this is Today on NBC.
It's at 8:55.
All right, we are back with a brand new edition of Today's Best Ways.
Well, the summer heat is certainly on, so this morning we're helping you choose the right air conditioning unit, including the features that matter the most in some of the newer models.
And who better than NBC's chief consumer investigative correspondent, Vicky Nguyen, to guide us. Hey, Vic.
Hi, good morning to all of you.
AC working great in here.
Yeah, it's like overtime in here.
Yeah.
And it comes just in time because millions of us are melting under these scorching July temps. So we talked with the experts at Consumer Reports about how to stay cool without wasting money. With the forecast for another heat wave looming, power bills are climbing too. The average household paying nearly $800 on cooling costs, up more than 10% from last summer. So you're going to help us pick the best AC?
Yes, I am.
Ariana Koger is an assistant project leader for Consumer Reports. At this climate-controlled lab in Yonkers, New York, the newest air conditioning units are put to the test in a 90-degree room to determine the top picks. Woo! That wall of heat really hits you.
Yes.
So what happens in this room?
This is where we test our air conditioners. What we're trying to do is see how fast we can drop this 90-degree room down by 10 degrees. This is measuring the temperature and the humidity.
What's the first thing we should look for in an air conditioning unit?
You want to know how many square feet your room size is, and then based on that number, you will choose your BTU size.
BTU, British Thermal Units, measure an air conditioner's cooling power. For example, a small bedroom needs 5,000 to 6,000 BTUs.
If your room gets a lot of sunlight, you have a lot of people, you want to increase that BTU.
And if your room has a lot of heat-generating electronics or appliances like a kitchen, add more BTU. But Koger says don't buy more power than you need. An oversized unit cools the room too quickly, leaving condensation that makes the air feel humid.
Your room will be cooled off, but you'll still feel clammy. You'll still feel a little icky.
So bigger is not always better.
Bigger is not always better.
She walked us through the pros and cons of 3 different types of air conditioners: window, mini splits, and portable units. You guys recommend against portable AC units. You like the window unit better. Why?
Our tests have shown consistently that portable air conditioners just do not perform nearly as well as a window AC, despite costing just as much or even costing more.
The mini splits are the most energy efficient, best at cooling, and the quietest, but the upfront costs are typically higher.
You're going to have to hire someone to install it. It's going to cost a couple $1,000s.
She says a window unit is the best option for most people. Look for one with something called inverter technology, a newer feature that automatically adjusts cooling power to maintain the target temperature. They're quieter, cool better, and trim an average of $17 from your annual electricity bill. Coker also likes U-shaped window units for their efficiency and ease of installation. Also, pay attention to that yellow label. Look for a combined energy efficiency ratio of at least 13. Or for the Energy Star. If your unit is more than 10 years old, upgrading to an energy-efficient unit could reduce your costs as much as 20%. And keep in mind, expensive is not always better. Do you have to spend more to get more?
No, no. And if you look at our ratings, you'll see maybe one will cost $250 and it'll be up top of the line. Brand name is not everything. More expensive is not everything.
And by the way, we do have a link to Consumer Reports' best ranked AC units. Check it out on today.com. You just have to search air conditioning. And I should also mention, a lot of us have central air, so you want to make sure you keep your air filters clean. Try to keep that thermostat turned up when you're away from the house and outside. Clear the area around your AC unit. That's what's going to keep it running efficiently. I know we have a lot of ranges of temperatures in here where we like to comfortably set it inside.
Well, I mean, I think last week when you revealed you keep your home thermostat at what?
I keep it between 76 and 78.
What?
Wow, I absolutely
that's like the heat. That was
the
my
only
reaction.
time we actually
Child Protective Services is going
Even
to come
I
to your
don't
house.
do that.
That is like the sun.
No, you like as I said to Craig, you acclimate. You get used to it. The kids get used to it.
Yeah, but you also
Everybody's
have a
fine.
choice to get cooler and comfortable.
It is comfortable.
Correct, as if it doesn't go any lower than 76.
I'm doing my part for the environment.
Kids go to their friends' houses like just for the AC.
There's a red button and a blue button or an up arrow or a down arrow. You can hit it a little
We
bit.
just keep it right there. And I will say a lot of comments on the Today Instagram. Yes. And many people support me.
They agree.
And thank you.
Okay.
And no, it's not a terrarium. And no, I'm not a lizard, which are some of the
That
accusations that have been lobbed.
Oh, my God.
I love that report.
It's survivable, folks. It's survivable.
you.
And yes, I have lived in the South, in Orlando,
Oh, my
in
God.
Phoenix.
Wow, you really poked the
So
bear.
she's hot now, literally and
She's
figuratively.
hot and bothered. All right, thanks, Vic. All right, just ahead from footwear to accessories, the top picks and deals to help you step into style all summer long. But first, this is Today on NBC.
I brought it back.
Never read the comments.
Last week when she said it,
Welcome back, and this morning we're going to help you step into style as DSW celebrates its 35th anniversary. From shoes to bags that pull it all together, we've got picks and deals to help you put your best foot forward. Get it? Our guide, Shop Today executive editor Adriana Brock. All you got to do is scan that QR code below and you can get shopping. Adriana, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, we're starting. This is sort of like an elevated flip-flop.
Yeah, so think about the last time you've replaced your flip-flops.
Never.
Right? So if you take a look at them, they're probably a little thin, looking a little bit like a pancake. You should be replacing them. And if you're looking for a nice lightweight option, this one from Crocs is actually phenomenal. It's got a drop-in footbed, which we really like because it gives
Feels
you a little
sturdier,
bit.
yeah.
Exactly. It gives you a little bit of stability when you're walking with a flip-flop. You know, your foot's kind of not attached to the shoe. So you want a little bit of extra support. They're also really lightweight. Everybody loves a Croc. And I love this style. It's called the Miami style. It comes in a bunch of different colors. And they're lightweight and they take up no space. I love these for travel too.
Okay, cute. I like it. The pink are cute.
Yes.
All right, another nice sturdy sandal.
Okay, a wedge. I love a wedge. And what's really exciting about this one is it's 25% off. So DSW gave us a site-wide promo code for 25% off select styles, including these.
These are cute.
These are so cute. It's a 2-inch wedge, and I like a wedge because when you want a little bit of height without the heel, podiatrists actually recommend a wedge over
or if you're going to a
heel.
Party in the back, you know, on a garden, like a grass, your heel won't sink in.
Exactly. And so with the wedge, your weight is distributed more evenly, and therefore you can walk, you can stand a little bit better. Again, these are lightweight, and I also really like the straps on this because there's no buckles. They're elastic. They're really easy to put on and off.
Thanks
and
for
they come
bringing
in
a
2
size
classic
9.
colors.
That's my
exactly.
size. Cute. Okay, this is a fun sneak, New Balance.
Sneakers, a New Balance. This is a tried and true brand that's been around forever and ever. I love these. My mom actually introduced these to me. She swears by them for comfort, and she really needs a comfortable shoe. And so these are actually inspired by a 1970s design that New Balance came out with. So they dug into the archives, and that retro trend sneaker is really on trend right now. And love how lightweight they are. They come in a bunch of different styles.
So is this like a walking around sneaker or an athletic exercise?
Walking around. Think of this as your everyday lifestyle sneaker. So commuting, running errands, out and about. You can wear them with jeans. Pair it with a dress and a little jean jacket. Really, really cute. These are also 25% off right now.
Okay, looks like the men's are not going to be left out.
Yeah, we can't count out the guys. So New Balance, the 460s are really popular for the men. These are their running style, but I always joke you can run around wherever. You don't actually have to be a runner to wear these. And they're really great. And, you know, experts say you should be changing up your sneakers every 6 months if you're walking around a lot. My father-in-law really likes these. I always joke he's chasing around the grandkids when he's wearing these. And these are also a great value, under $50 for a New Balance sneaker.
Okay, so DSW, not just shoes, also accessories.
There's also accessories at DSW, and that's what we love about them. There's so much selection. This bag is really beautiful. It's a raffia style bag, and it's a crossbody. So you can wear it to be hands-free. It's really comfortable, and it's actually really roomy, which is surprising for a smaller bag.
Got the organization.
Yeah, and I love the thick guitar strap inspired handle here. And you could be hands-free on the go and really stylish with the little raffia details. So,
all right.
Lots of good options here.
Thank you, Adriana. Happy 35th. DSW. You can scan the QR code or go to today.com/shop. And be sure to use the code TODAY if you want to get 25% off select styles. And you've got more.
Yeah, there's a little bit more. In honor of their anniversary, our sponsor DSW brought a gift for all the folks on our plaza to celebrate.
Oh, that's lovely.
So really exciting stuff over here.
All right, Adriana, thank you so much. Carson, what you got?
All right, guys, coming up next, Chef Louis Sell, one of Long Island's most recognizable restaurateurs, is about to share the secrets to the perfectly cooked pork chops. Look at that sucker right there. That thing is packed with flavor. You're going to be able to make that. We're going to show you how, but first, this is Today on NBC. All right, excited for this one. Today, food. This morning's guest comes from one of the hottest restaurants on Long Island, Rob Key's, known for treating every guest that walk in there just like family, with dishes that keep them coming back for more. We got Louis Sell Jr. here. He's going to share one of Rob Key's most legendary dishes. It's a beautiful pork chop. Let's get right into it, man. You're right down the street from me. You're not far, so I'm going to bring the family.
We're waiting for you.
Long Island, man, they talk about Rob Key's. They talk about this pork chop. But you know, in the late 80s, my mom would make pork chops. Pork chops have made a big comeback recently. She would make it where you had to cook it to 170. You know, it was like gray. It had onions on it. This is the new world of pork chop. Tell me about it.
The new world of pork chops. Well, what we try to do is we try to eliminate some of that margin of error. Pork chops, if they're too thick, you can overcook them, you can undercook them. So we're going to put this to work.
Yep. And this is just to pound it out a little bit.
We're going to pound this thin. The reason why we're pounding this thin, we want this to cook evenly throughout. We sell a lot of these pork chops. We want every single one to be consistent. We want them all to taste the same. So when we're done with that,
that's what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
All right, great.
Now, it's like being in second grade with your mom making chicken cutlets, veal cutlets, flour, egg, and breadcrumb.
And this is the order.
You only want to use one hand for the flour and the egg. That's going to get messy. Your right hand's going to get messy.
All right, no problem.
Flour.
Yeah.
Egg wash.
Yeah.
Put it in the breadcrumb.
Yeah.
I got this.
Is
now
this like
you're going to use. This is a panko breadcrumb.
Yeah.
And this is the product we're going to end up with. A nice pork chop, pounded thin, panko breaded, ready for the frying pan.
With that being so thin, I would imagine the cook time's not much.
2-3 minutes on each side.
All right, is this big at Rob Key's? Is this
Everybody orders this.
Yeah?
Nobody looks at the menu.
That's the thing.
They sit down. I could tell them the best specials in the world. I want the pork chop martini.
Okay, perfect.
You ready for the frying pan?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You got some hot oil down there?
Got some hot oil in the frying pan. We want to put this away from us.
Yeah.
So we don't burn ourselves, okay?
Beautiful.
You hear that sizzle, that snap, crackle, pop?
Yeah.
That's the sound we want.
I love that.
That's the sound
Guys,
we want.
are you eating the martini?
It's so
Almost
good.
finished.
How is it?
I would never order anything else. So good.
Welcome to Rob
I'm
Key's.
upset about is they cut the bone
We're gonna
off
put
my
one
pork
clove of
chop.
garlic in the oil just for flavor.
So good.
Anytime we fry anything in the frying pan, we put one clove of garlic just for flavor. Chicken cutlets, veal cutlets, eggplant, just to flavor the oil. We take the garlic out when it gets brown.
So if I'm at the market and I'm watching this, I want to make this thing tonight.
Yeah.
And you go get a pork chop. Will the butcher pound it for you?
Yes.
And
Ask
then
him to
he'll give
trim
to you
it.
so it looks just like this.
Trim it, pound it thin. Let him do all the work.
So all you're doing is the dredging and the cooking, and you're done. I mean, anybody can do this.
That's it. We're going to make a simple sauce in the frying pan.
What's the sauce?
We're going to let that cook.
Sauce is fantastic, Chef.
All right, what do you got here?
All right, so we're going to take our pork chop, right?
Yeah.
After we cook it in that, we're going to drain that oil that we cooked the pork chop in.
Yep.
Okay? We're going to take our chop, we're going to place it back in the pan. We're going to start all over, okay?
All right.
Cherry peppers first.
Cherry peppers on
If you
top
like,
or just in the
right
pan?
anywhere you want.
All right.
And all the
You like spicy?
Yeah, I like
So we're
spicy.
going to use hot cherry peppers. You don't like spicy, you could use sweet cherry peppers. If you don't like peppers, don't put peppers at all. Doesn't matter.
Makes sense.
All right, now we're going to make the base of our sauce. The base of our sauce is going to be chicken stock or chicken broth.
Yep.
You could use vegetable broth. Now we're going to make that sweet and sour, tangy lemon sauce that Robke's is known for. Fresh lemon juice.
Love that.
No shortcuts. You got to squeeze fresh lemon. Red wine vinegar. That's what gives it that punch, that red wine vinegar. That
So good.
punches you in the face.
Oh.
A little butter to thicken this up.
Gotta have butter.
And then you just let this cook.
You're going to let this reduce. You're going to get this reduce and get nice and thick.
But essentially, you're done. You're not putting that back in the oven or
No,
anything like that.
well,
You're gonna bake it
I'm
off
going
at
to show
the
you.
end,
I'm going
or-
to show you the grand finale.
Okay. Grand finale.
We got to get to the grand finale.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, once this gets nice and thick, okay, what we're going to do at the end, the grand finale, is we're going to take our Parmigiano Reggiano and we're going to coat the top
Mm-hmm.
top of this.
Okay.
Okay. You guys like cheese?
Yes.
I love cheese.
Yes.
Look at
You
this.
guys like cheese?
Come on.
So we're going to put more
Crowd
cheese.
goes wild for cheese.
Look at Louis Sell working the crowd, baby.
Louis
You
is
gotta love
crushing
that.
it.
No wonder he's opening up all the hot spots on Long Island.
Yes.
All right, so essentially what we do to make this look like that is we finish this in the oven and
All
then
right.
under the broiler, and it gives it that nice
This gives
crust.
it that nice thing.
So delicious.
We want to mention you can make, look how beautiful the finished product
delicious.
is. Louis Sell. If you're heading
PCM.
out to Long Island, check out Robke's. Also, he's got a new restaurant called Birdie Bar. They're both in Northport, right down the street. You can't go wrong with that. So, Robke's pork chop martini. That recipe is at today.com/food. Thank you, Chef. We're back with the third and fourth hours after your local.
Chef, well done.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.